Hi, and welcome back. This video has been created for the purpose of going through our DonorPerfect settings screen in a little bit more detail so that you can have all the context that you need to set up your DonorPerfect integration in a way that's going to best suit the organization that you work for. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Occasionally throughout this video, we will be referencing language that's used in our integration diagram, which we go through in our Givecloud and DonorPerfect and introduction video in more detail. If you haven't had the chance to watch that video yet, we suggest you take a few minutes now to watch that first. The DonorPerfect integration allows you to automatically push both donor and gift data in real time to DonorPerfect. As soon as a contribution or transaction is processed, it can be synced through to DonorPerfect. Let's go through the settings available to configure the integration to DonorPerfect. You'll first need to connect your DonorPerfect account to Givecloud. Once you do this successfully, you'll see the available settings now appear below. You can use your DonorPerfect username and password or an API key. If using the username and password, we suggest creating an account specifically for this integration. If using a user-specific account and that user ever changes their login password for DonorPerfect, this will also need to be updated here in Givecloud or the integration will be temporarily broken. If you plan on using an API key, you'll need to reach out to DonorPerfect to request this. We recommend enabling all autosync options. Enabling autosync means that when contributions, transactions, or refunds occur, these are updated in DonorPerfect. If left disabled, you can manually sync contributions and transactions on a case-by-case basis and update refunds directly in DonorPerfect. In our intro video, we talked about the difference between contributions and transactions, but here is a quick refresher. Contributions. These are new donations or purchases through your website or initial contributions to set up recurring payments. Each line item in a contribution creates a gift in DonorPerfect. Transactions. When a recurring payment is processed, a transaction is created in Givecloud belonging to the recurring payment. Transactions are also synced to DonorPerfect as gifts. Refunded contributions and transactions can automatically be reflected in DonorPerfect as adjustments to the original gifts. Givecloud gives you the option of deciding whether to push items making up a contribution through to DonorPerfect as a split gift or as multiple individual gifts. Split gifts create both a master gift with the order total as well as gifts for each line item within the contribution. Multiple individual gifts create a gift for each line item within the contribution, but no master gift is created. Givecloud allows you to sync additional information about a contribution to gifts in DonorPerfect. A good example to better understand the GC metadata panel is the example of the payment method field. When Givecloud captures this data on a contribution, such as the type of credit card that was used, do you want to push that data to DonorPerfect? And if you do, what field in DonorPerfect would you like to be populated with the appropriate data? It's important to note that this is optional. This information lives on the contribution in Givecloud, so even if it is not synced to DonorPerfect, no data will be lost. Whilst this is optional for you, we do have a couple of recommended fields to be mapped specifically. Firstly, payment method to the gift type field, which is a drop-down field in DonorPerfect, so the options that Givecloud can push to this field must first be added as options to the drop-down in DonorPerfect. Secondly, referral source to the solicit field. The answer to the question, how'd you hear about us, is typically interpreted, how were these funds solicited? If you would like to include other metadata on your gifts in DonorPerfect, you would need to create gift UDFs in DonorPerfect and then assign them here in Givecloud. What receipt settings do you want to use when pushing all gifts to DonorPerfect? It is recommended that either tax receipts are issued via Givecloud or DonorPerfect, but not both. Should you choose to issue tax receipts via Givecloud and not DonorPerfect, these settings will be overridden so DonorPerfect knows that a receipt has already been issued. Should you issue receipts via DonorPerfect, we allow you to specify what receipt settings you want to use when pushing each contribution through to DonorPerfect. When Givecloud is looking to match a supporter account with a donor record, would you like to include the spouse name in the search? This isn't required if the spouse names are both stored in the first name field. For example, a first name field populated by Bob and Jane as opposed to just Bob. Special notes. Supporters are able to leave comments or notes with the contributions at the checkout process. These notes live on a contribution in Givecloud and can be synced to the gift narrative field in DonorPerfect. Thank you date. By default, this is only set when a tax receipt email is sent. Enable this setting if you would like it to be set when the order received to customer system email is automatically sent when a contribution is made. Tribute data. Only configure these fields if you do not want to use DonorPerfect's tribute functionality and want to store tribute data in the specific gift UDF fields. In order to help you track your tributes as clear as possible, we allow you to push details about the tribute into the gift narrative, such as the tribute message, the tribute name, and notification details. Soft credits are used to link donations towards a specific fundraising page to the owner of that page. For example, if I create a fundraising page and then I send it to you and you make a donation of $10, here is what will happen. A donor record will be created for you in DonorPerfect. A gift will be created under your record for $10 to reflect that donation. And a soft credit will be created under my record to show that I helped raise that $10. Page Identifier. Choose a gift field in DonorPerfect to sync the page identifier, which is specified in the URL of the fundraising page. Givecloud can also optionally sync donor data based on triggers that are not transactional to help keep donor records in Givecloud and DonorPerfect in sync. When an admin user creates a supporter account. As an admin user, you have the ability to create accounts directly from the account screen. Accounts created here can be automatically synced to DonorPerfect when they're saved. When a donor logs in or updates their profile. When a donor logs into their account, Givecloud will update their name and address based on what is in DonorPerfect. When a donor makes a change to their profile, such as updating their name, email, or address, this information will be automatically synced to their donor record in DonorPerfect. Include email opt-in when syncing donor. This refers to the Send Me Emails and Updates option that exists at a checkout, in a group sign-up form, or in the donor portal. Givecloud syncs this by default to the default email field in DonorPerfect, which is the No Email field. Include Salutation when syncing. By default, Givecloud syncs the donor's title and last name to the Salutation field in DonorPerfect. Map phone number field. In Givecloud, the primary phone number field is the billing phone number on a donor's account. Specify which phone number field in DonorPerfect you'd like to be synced to. Enroll start date for memberships. Start date of the membership can be synced to the enrollment date field on a donor record in DonorPerfect. Sync supporter memberships. When a member purchases or renews their membership through your site, Givecloud will sync their membership level and expiry date to DonorPerfect. When a member logs into their account, Givecloud can pull their current membership level and expiry date from DonorPerfect. This helps keep both systems in sync in the case where there is an update to their membership level directly in DonorPerfect. When using the POS, it's possible to enter contributions without entering any name or address information. This results in an anonymous purchase or donation with no billing information associated. This will still be created as a gift in DonorPerfect, but will create a blank donor record as a result. You can address this by creating a donor record, perhaps called Anonymous Donor, in DonorPerfect and entering that donor ID here. All gifts for anonymous donations will be created under this donor record. Shipping and tax charges, as well as donor covers costs or DCC, show up as separate line items on contributions in Givecloud and are synced to DonorPerfect as separate gifts. Specify the DonorPerfect coding to be used on these line item gifts so that you can report on these things separately. By tracking shipping costs, tax charges, and DCC, you'll be able to answer the question, how much in these items have our supporters paid or covered in a given period? Custom integration fields. Custom fields on items in Givecloud can be synced to custom fields in DonorPerfect. For example, on a donation page, you can ask for additional information from the supporter, such as, are you interested in volunteering? This question uses a custom field in Givecloud, and the answer to this question can be synced to a custom field on the gift in DonorPerfect. To do this, you'll need to create a custom gift field in DonorPerfect, for example, volunteer, then let our support team know via live chat or email so we can add this field to the integration for you. If you have any questions or feedback after watching this video, we'd love to hear from you. Reach out to our support team. at support@givecloud.com or via the little chat box on the bottom right hand corner of your Givecloud admin page at any time. Thanks for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed this video and we hope you have a great day.